Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. I want to see how effective this microphone really is. Hello everybody, my name is Chris and welcome back to Word Salad. Today's Proverbs spiritual vitamin is Proverbs chapter 1 verse 2, and it goes a little something like this in the King James Version. The Proverbs, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. Yep, let's talk about that. So verse 1 was the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. This is one of the only books in the Bible that has this introduction to it. It kind of introduces what the purpose of the book is. It also introduces who wrote the book. Very few books of the Bible actually say who wrote the book. This says Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, wrote the book. And he's saying what it is. It's Proverbs. It is prophecy. It is spiritual insight from God through a prophet. And verse 2 is the reason why he wrote the book. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. Now, folks, when I first started my study of the book of Proverbs, it was actually because a prophet from South Africa spoke to me. He says, "Thus saith the Lord, I will make you a man of great wisdom." And I said, "Ooh, I'll take it." So I thought, logically, the best way to get wisdom is to go to the man himself, the wisest man who ever walked the face of the planet. That was Solomon. Of course, the only exclusion to that being Jesus himself. How do I know that? Because Jesus said it. He said that there is someone greater than Solomon who came and... Never mind. Okay, so to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive words of understanding. So Solomon is saying that the purpose of this book is to give you a spiritual, is to give spiritual insight. It is written in such a way to communicate wisdom. If you read it and you focus on it, you meditate upon it, and you allow these words to enter into you, then something happens to your perception and you are able to perceive the revelation of the wisdom of God. Who could he possibly be talking about other than Jesus himself? So we're going to be finding a lot of Jesus in the book of Proverbs. So one of the things that I thought I knew when I started studying the book of Proverbs was, what is wisdom? And he says, wisdom, instruction, and to perceive the words of understanding. So as I started studying the book of Proverbs, I started noticing that Solomon uses the words wisdom, knowledge, intelligence, understanding, fear of the Lord, and he uses all these other terms. And as I was studying, I was very, very meticulously trying to understand what these different words actually meant. And it took me a long time, but I got to the point where I realized I don't know what he's talking about when he uses the word wisdom. Yeah, what I thought wisdom was isn't what wisdom is. It's not, I didn't have a wrong understanding of it, and what you think wisdom is, like if you had to say what's the difference between wisdom and intelligence, or wisdom and knowledge, you would probably say something along the lines of, well, intelligence is more worldly and wisdom is more spiritual, or something like that. The actual definition of wisdom, one of the first uses of the word wisdom in the entire Bible is in the book of Genesis, when it makes reference to the gentleman known as Bezaleel. Remember the verse that says, Behold, I have chosen Bezaleel, I have filled him with my spirit, and in wisdom, knowledge, and ability, for the crafting of... and he possesses craftsmanship. He is a craftsman of all manner of things. He can craft in gold and silver and in red thread and all these other things. So when David Hogan first came to the River Church, one of the things that he said, and he told a testimony of raising a baby from the dead, and David Hogan has a way of seeing Jesus in every single verse of the Bible. And he said one of his famous quotes, words, phrases he uses is that I've found that I used to think that some verses in the Bible were better than others, but I actually found out they all work. So David Hogan says that, how are you supposed to raise a baby? It's not raise a baby from the dead. It's not possible by anyone's standards until you read the Bible. And it says, I have put my spirit in him. I have given him intelligence, and in him he possesses my craftsmanship. And I actually didn't know what verse he was talking about for the longest time. Turns out he was talking about the Bezaleel verse. The Bezaleel verse that says, Behold, I have called Bezaleel. I have filled him with my spirit, and in all manner of wisdom and craftsmanship. So it turns out that wisdom, you ready for this? Wisdom is the ability to do something. The biblical definition of the word wisdom is the ability to do something. Isn't that interesting? Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you will continue with me in this journey to find out exactly what wisdom is. If you like this video, if you'd like to do me a favor, I would really appreciate if you would like, share, and subscribe, and check out my channel, Word Salad, on YouTube. There should be a link in the description below for more teaching and stuff. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!